Hey, how you doing? How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? This is Red Zone News coming at you live and live. If this camera ever stop moving, all right, check it out, man. We got two brothers who was shot in Chicago just recently. It's a sad day. Two young men were shot in Chicago. Two missing teens found dead in Chicago. Relatives received cryptic texts on where to find the bodies. It's amazing that they knew where the bodies were, and these two young men has died for whatever reason. My opinion is some kind of gang situation going on with these kids. Okay, and as simple as that, it's like gangs are their life. You cannot escape this crap. Okay, I mean, I barely freaking escape gangs. You know what I'm saying? I barely escape gangs because I refuse to do things that put my life and what I had to do for the future in jeopardy. I became a basketball player, and that's how I evaded. I played most games by playing ball because I was good at it, and they didn't really come after me as much. But okay, two missing found dead in Chicago. Okay, two missing kids found dead in Chicago. The bodies of two teens report missing in Chicago last week were discovered shot dead in a field on the city Southside. Chicago police announced Monday. Authorities found the body of 16-year-old Raysuan Turner and 17-year-old Darnelle Flowers on Sunday night near the Golden Gate Park. Both was gunned down. Both with gunshot wounds to their bodies. Station ABC 7 reports two suspects has been taken into custody. Two suspects have been taken in custody and are being investigated for the killing. Forgive me, the lettering is a little small. Okay. Friends say the two teens have been hanging out lately and were reported missing Friday. Police spokesman Anthony Guillemey said detectives believe the pair were victims of a robbery and that one of the teens was involved in a gang. Authorities are still working to determine if the gang connection was a factor. However, it's always the damn excuses. Then the gang is a part of a gang. It's like the emergency excuse my language. The emergency punchline. He was part of gang. He was a part of a gang. He was a part of a gang. There is always a gang. Every time somebody gets shot in Chicago, it's got to do with a gang. Okay. Turner and Flowers' murder came during yet another week of bloodshed in Chicago, during which deadly shootings claimed the lives of 6 people and left 53 others wounded. According to the Associated Press, this past weekend still wasn't nearly deadly as the first weekend in a month, which saw 11 people shot and killed between 3 p.m. and Friday and 6 a.m. Monday in a eruption of violence and mostly attributed to gangs. Nearly 70 others were injured. Now, personally, black people in Chicago still need to stop partying because most of the stuff that happens in the hood has to do with a party. Every time a black person have a party, shit happens, and it's unavoidable. I haven't seen it in my lifetime in New York, but it's not as blatant as in Chicago, but it happens. And it happens. And it happens a lot in parties in Chicago. Okay, and over the weekend, for some reason. These individuals that keep pulling these triggers just feel like they can continue to do it because they are getting away with it, Chicago Superintendent Eddie Johnson said at a news conference. In my opinion, these freaking idiots who are superintendents and stuff like that should be fired. It should be a camera in every corner of that city, and there's no way in the world that you cannot catch these people. And as simple as that, I don't understand how you can have the biggest city, the New York City, the biggest, safest city in the world, and have not too far from it, Chicago, which is the most violent city in the world. Somebody ain't doing their freaking job. Okay? These ones just kept pulling their triggers, just feel like they can continue to do it because they are getting away with it. Because they are getting away with it. Okay? The numbers of shooting victims has also fallen to 1,942 compared to 2,332 in 2017. A difference of 400 people. Good job. Okay? On the Sunday, community members round up a search party to look for Turner and Flowers. The teens' mothers also joined in on the search, and authorities. It was during that search that the police said one of the teens' mothers received a text message telling her she could find her son's body in a nearby field. All of a sudden, we're leaving, and then they got another call saying that the bodies were behind a house out here. Local activists and crisis response leaders Andrew Holmes told ABC7. I think the Chicago Police Department came out and they went back in, and then we all came here and we were footsteps away from the house where they were. It's tough that they were laying right there and we was right there. Okay. You mean to tell me you did a fog walk down? Now, if anybody know about fog walk down and being in the Navy, okay, you mean to tell me you missed these bodies? That don't even make no goddamn sense. You go from shoulder to shoulder to shoulder to shoulder, from God knows how many lengths, from maybe 32 people to 100 people, looking for this person, walk down the field, trying to search for these people, and they're behind a house, a big ass house in the field, and you didn't know it was there? I personally can't believe that. So that don't make no damn sense. Okay, they use shoulder to shoulder, fog walk down, trying to look for people. They could find a freaking ant on an anthill doing a fog walk down. And that's what most police officers do when they're searching people in the field, much less finding a person behind a house, two people behind a house, and they was there. And I wasn't looking too freaking hard. Not as simple as that. And I'm gonna give you right now. I'm gonna give you the news. Give you the news version of the incident, and you tell me what you think. Something fishy? I mean, personally, I think those cats who called in should be found. Okay, they knew exactly where the body was, and maybe there's more accomplices and murderers to be caught. So that's my opinion. Take care.
And developing, we have new information right now about two of those who died this weekend.
They were two teenagers whose bodies were found in a field on the far south side. CBS 2's Lauren Victory joins us live from that area right now with the latest on the investigation. Hi, Lauren.
Hi there, Marissa and Aaron. Well, nobody is in custody, but we just learned from that news conference that police do have 2 people of interest in mind. They told me separately that one of their cameras caught people running from this area, and they believe that this was a gang execution. They also haven't ruled out armed robbery. The family of Darnelle Flowers tells me they are waiting to complete the terrible task of officially identifying him at the medical examiner's office. They say the 17-year-old liked to wrestle, play basketball, and football. His 16-year-old classmate at Fenger High School was Raysuan Turner. Distraught family members say he is the second teen found dead. Raysuan was also big into sports. Now, about 40 minutes ago, investigators briefly returned to the field where Darnelle and Raysuan were found shot to death. Community activist Andrew Holmes joined in as they checked out something in the wooded area off of 131st near Everhart. Earlier this morning, family members sobbed in front of the crime tape as their worst fears came true. The 2 teens went missing on Friday, at least 3.5 miles from here. A cell phone ping from the far Southside neighborhoods prompted loved ones to begin a search. They passed out flyers and knocked on doors all weekend. And minutes ago, police explained the moment that this went from a missing persons case to a homicide investigation.
The detectives were following up on whatever leads they could, and they were actually with the mother of one of these young men when the mother received a message and said, "Hey, I just received a message that my son can be found over in this wooded area." They went over there together and began searching, and the detectives found him.
Now, at this hour, police say they are still looking for information about this case. And for people not familiar with this part of town, we're only a few blocks from suburban Riverdale. Around the corner is a playground, and an elementary school is just about a 2-minute walk from here. I'm Laura Victory reporting live on the far south side, CBS 2 News. Back to you.
All right.